Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. Today, this video will be the second video according to experimental side of computer. We will talk about how we can control with Word program to produce short essay. Okay. At first, let me start from the contents. Today, we have few points. I will focus on them to learn some options of Word program, the font kind, which academic one, because we have too much, but not all of these are academic. Font size, decrease or increase the size, about the title, the after the title, some change according to the size should be the borders to all the page or some specific information, the bold, underline, or the how we can use marker button to highlight some important things, colors, how we can change it, the capitalize or upper or minimize each the words. According to do that manually by using keyboard, you can do that by using some option. Format painter, we have some prepare design, sorry. We can use it to change the design of your statement. Numbering, how we can do that automatically, not manually. And we have numbering by using dots, figures, numbers, not just numbers. Distance from the left and right, it's important to be aligned, okay? And how we can save all of these changes. Let me start from here. Here it's I prepared that. We'll try to do one like it. Okay, let me start from here. As the title, the experimental side of computer course. At first, let me check the font. I can do that from here or from here. I selected Times New Roman. It's academic font. When I was writing my thesis, I use this font according to the university conditions, okay? When you will write your thesis, you should know your university conditions, which font you will use, but must be, not should be, must be academic font. Okay, by that, I used Times New Roman to all my short essay. Here, let me put that in the middle. Let me use this option. Okay, it's great. After that, the title should be bigger than the other statements. Here, the font size is 12. Let me do that to be 14. I can do that from this font or from here and select the same, okay? Now it's 14, okay? Let me capitalize these words from this option, change case. Here, if I want to uppercase or lowercase, I will use the uppercase in some small titles, okay? Not at all, to all. I will use the uppercase in the unit names. For example, your thesis and any thesis contains from 5 units, introduction, literature review, methodology, results, conclusion. All of these 5 units should be uppercase. But now let me explain, let me apply this option, capitalize each word, and take a look. Okay. Now each first letter is capital letter, is written as a capital letter in each word. Okay. Here, let me convert the small I to be bigger I. Delete, shift, I. That means I converted small letter to be capital letter. Here, the introduction. It's the first. Let me take this picture little bit down and keep going. Introduction. It's the first unit. Should be change case, should be uppercase. Like that. Should be bold. That means 14, still 14 or still 12, but look like bigger than others. Okay. After that, the 1 is the unit number. 1.1 is the first point of unit 1, the perovskite. Perovskite should be from here, should be characterized each word to be big, started with big with capital P. The same thing with synthesize. The structure is written like that. No opportunity to change anything in it. Lanthanum, manganese, and 3 oxygen atoms. Perovskite, the same. Or I can change that manually like that. Capital P. Perovskite to be like that. It's acceptable now. What about this 3? This 3 should be smaller than this size. How I can do that? Can do that from this X to be like that. Let me change its color. How I can change the colors of font from this option, from this bottom here. Let me do that. Colored, it's colored with red color. The same thing with this 3. 3 atom should be little bit down. The shortcut of lanthanum manganese oxide. The formula of this structure, these 3 atoms should be little bit down. Here it's explain what each letter means. The figure which illustrates the structure of this shortcut, I will learn you at next slides how we can do a shortcut, how we can do a screenshot, sorry, from other articles. But the important condition you should write the source from where you take this picture and from where you take every single information. I will learn you that some information we will take about the sources in this lecture and in next lectures. Today we will do the references manually, okay? But we have another button, we can do that automatically. You have some options. Here, let me change the color if you want about the source number to be clear. For example, let me do that with blue. That means the source number. Now it's clear because the color between the statements and the source of this information is different. Here, centratium, here, this number as a force should be upper little bit. By that, I will use the same option with superscript. It's up. The source number, when I want to highlight some statements, some words, doesn't matter. All I should do, just push the left click from the left or the right and take the mouse to the opposite direction like that. Any statement you want. Okay? Just still push the left click and move the mouse. That's it. Okay, let me keep going. Here, the source number. Let me change the color. We can change the color from this option to the same. Now let me come back to manganize. Here, this 3 should be up a little bit. By that, let me use the same option. Here, lanthanum 1 minus x is a formula. Let me use that. Should be a little bit down. Now the source number and each change should be, I think they are done here at the first page about the how we can change the colors. It's adjusted here because I used it many times. By that, the program helps me to avoid consuming time. Here it's done, okay? Let me take a look to this picture, to this page. Maybe I forget it something. Now, I have two things to do. First thing, how I can use marker with different color to color the background of this, for example, this title of my course. I will go here to change the color of the words. Okay, for example, let me use that. It's changed, but the standard color to statements like that, to statement like that, to essay, short essay like that should be black. Okay, but how I can change the background of this word, of this statement here from marker, I highly recommend it to use the yellow because the others it's not clear. For example, it's not clear, it's not academic because that we commonly use yellow. Okay, it's the better one. After that, let me talk about how I can make this distance from left and right the same. It's important Let me highlight all of these statements and go to this bottom distribution, and you can push it. And you have another option by using your keyboard, Shift, Control Shift G, but it's difficult. It's easier to use this button. That's it. Now we can say the distance from left and right, it's done. Okay. Come back to others. Here it's I forget it what we are saying in English to this statement to explain the figure, the up figure, okay? About the structure, the formula, but it has special name in English. I forget it. I'm sorry. Now let's do the same thing here, like you are looking. The distance from left are equal, but not the same from the left, from the right, sorry. That give not academic look to your article, to your essay. Let me do the same. That's it. By the second option, from the second push, it's better. Okay, now I have same aligned. Let me take a look what we will do. Here should do some change about the capitalize. Each word will be better. Let me come back to check the size of introduction should be 14. Let me take a look. No, it's 12. Always your title should be bigger than your other words. By that, let me increase it a little bit to be 14. Now it's good. What about perovskite? Perovskite, it's 12. Let me check that. Yes, with first letter, with capital first letter. It's an example, and let me focus that. Should be by push space. I can push my statements a little bit to the opposite side. Why I did that? Because this the main title, and after that it's numbering. It's some branched, I can say, I think, according or belong to this main title. Okay, it should be like that. Move a little bit by use the space to can create some empty here from the left. Let me take a look to another thing here. What? According to your thesis or essay conditions to your university, should be the distance from left and right is standardized. It's equal to something according to your university conditions. Okay, by that, let's say let's be 1 to 2 centimeters to have from left. Let me change that from this ruler, pointer of this ruler, to be 1 to half. The same thing should be from the right. Let's be, say, 1, 2, 3. Let's be 3 centimeters. 3 centimeter. Okay. Let me highlight everything here from select all. Okay. Now, let me do that again. 2.5 centimeters from the left, 3 centimeters from the right. Okay. Let me take a look. Okay. Here it's academic way by put the first word from your paragraph. That's mean from here to here, it's paragraph. From here to here, it's paragraph. Okay. By putting some space after this first statement. Yes. Now I think I don't have another thing here to do. Let me work in another units. Here the numbering, but here the numbering is done manually, not automatically. That's mean it's written here too, and after that 2.1, 2.11, that's mean this resistivity belong to double and super exchange. Let me add first, because all of these are titled, sure, not main title, but they are still titles. That means we should do what? Change case, capitalize each word. It's important. Soldier method, it's from 2.21. And we can do that automatically by using this options. Where is options here? Numbers, Latin letters, small letters, capital letters, or we can use points, figures. Okay. Let me take a look to the others. I think chapter 2 will be. Where is the literature review? Chapter 2. Literature review. At first should be 14, should be bigger from others because the unit title times New Roman is correct. Now let's change case and uppercase all of these letters. We can change the color of it to be like that. I think it's better. Let's put some change. Delete this number. It's added automatically. Okay. Let me come back to introduction to change its color to be as a uniform. Now, introduction, literature review. Now, chapter 3 is the materials and methods. 14, blue, Times New Roman, change case, uppercase. Oh, actually, it's suggested here because it's smart program. He organized, it's noted this materials and methods, it's a unit name because that's, I say, it's helpful program. Let's put some space, sorry. Let me delete this number. It's added automatically. It's unwanted now. Let me come back from here and delete it. Oh, some change at the ruler. Okay, let me ignore it. Production of compounds, preparation of compounds by Sol-Gel method, and blah blah blah. All of these belong to this title, the third unit. Now, results and discussion. It's unit 4. The same thing. Blue, size, characterize, or change case, capitalize, no, uppercase. And conclusion is the last unit. After that, the references page will start. Now, let me take a look. Maybe I forget something. The border. Yes. If you want, do border that like that. Let me explain to you. It's done. Let me take a look to this option. You can do that from here, just top border, bottom border, left, right, no border, outside borders. Actually, I selected this one to add border like that. Now let me delete it. It's done. Let me add it again. Outside. And you have all of these options inside vertical border. You can divide your page horizontally, vertically, according to what you want. Now, no borders will be better. And actually, you take a look, you take the information how you can add it. Now, conclusion. Let me take a look if I forget something. Format passed. Let's take a look to this bar above, according to whom option. For example, format pointer. What that means? I deleted some changes. It's applied on literature review to make it with the same color, same size with the previous statements. Here, all of these are black now. All of these with 12 font size with the same Time New Roman. Okay, let me do come back, step back to keep my changes here. Literature review with 14 size with blue font with Time New Romans. Here we take a look about here the cut and paste. We know what that means. I know, but we have some options. Let me take that, copy from left or right, doesn't matter. Stay push the left click and that's it. Leave it. Now on what you highlighted, you can push the right click like that to have these options. Copy, cut, something like that. Let's do copy and explain something here. I'm using the roll inside my mouse. Okay, it's helpful, this roll. Now the references is started. Let me do that here. I have passed, or let me select another statement with, for example, with some clear change, like the title of the second unit. And after that, let's take other. Let me do that like that. I take some different, I will do copy to different statements. Here, uppercase letters. Here, capitalized letters we selected, but here it's normal with color, with different color. Copy, come back to conclusion to know the difference. Past, 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 past. Let's focus on all of these three. Past is normal past. Here, keep source formatting past. Here, unformatted text. Let's try the first. Everything is the same. Color, size, the case change. Here it's characterize, like push this option, capitalize each word, but here just uppercase, or no, here it's all the letters are capital letters. Here the different situation, here just the last three, the source number, let me say, with different color, red. That means I passed these statements without any difference from what I copied it, okay? From where I taked it. Let's do another change. For example, let me delete that. Sorry. And try that again with another option. Keep source formatting past. With no difference, you can say automatically it's numbered if you focus that, because this option, numbering option, is still work. Okay, doesn't matter. Now let me focus on this case. Tamam. Okay, let me delete it. Do that with the last option, unformatted text. Literature review color is done. Literature review size, when it was 14, it's disappeared. What about the colors? All of these is colored with black, with the same size, with the same font kind. Okay, that means if you want to save the change, what you are did, like what I did at first, with colors, with capitalized letters, to say it's a main title, you will select past or keep source formatting past. But if you want past these statements without these options, because you say all of these are not necessary, you can pass this the unformatted text. Okay, let me delete all of that. Sorry. Now let's come back to references. I did that manually because I was worked, take some information and say this information belong to this specific course, specific source. By that, I did that manually. Let me say here 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going like that. All the sources should be numbered, okay? Now let's take a look if I forget something or not. I think today my lecture is done. We will work to apply all of these options in the next week. Here I put it number to each source to recognize from where this information, according to who the author, from who is written, and in which year it's published. Here, if you noted here, 2016, 2016, 2021, and some names here are written. Let me come back to the first page. Here, these options to push these words a little bit. I can do that manually, but here it will be easier. It's up to you. Okay? Up to right to left. Okay? Can control all of these statements by do that. To be with the same alignment. Okay. Let me change. I didn't like the way to write all of these letters because that let me select the second option. Yes, here I think it's better because here it's title, and after that alignments are the same. Let me take a look, come back to home. Okay, here we have some art to write, let's say this, the experimental side of computer course. Let me do it from here. For example, word art. Let me select, for example, this one. It's not academic, you see? But if you want, maybe this or this will be the better. No, just the first one. And if you want, it's not necessary. If that's not necessary, don't use it. Okay, let me select this one. If you want do underline, can do that from by pushing this button, this U to be like that. It's up to you. To be more highlighted, to be clear more. Now, let me take a look if I forget something. Decrease the capitalized letters, the numbering. Here how we can do the same alignment from left and right. Let me talk about that. Actually, the distance between each line, each statement, each line should be one like that. If you want increase this distance, you will select, for example, 1.5 to make the words written like that. Okay, that's according to your university conditions. Say that again. Here the color, I explained that. Here it's not necessary. We'll talk about that at next lecture. To be sure my video will not be so long. Let's talk about numbering. For example, let's take this, copy. It's my today lecture contents and come back here. For example, let's put that here or here, doesn't matter. Past, unformatted, or the same, because always I use Times New Roman with 12 size. Now let me work on numbering to do that automatically. Okay. Maybe let's try this. It's great. 1 to 13. It's not necessary to write 1, 2, 3 to number all of these. You can use this bottom, this option, to avoid consuming time. Or let me say, let's use the Latin letter. Actually, it's favorite when you will write your article, your thesis. Okay? It looks like your information to write, to deal with your thesis are strong. But let me say that again, it's according to your university conditions. Or let's say capital letter or letters like that. Or without, none. Now let's try these figures. For example, if you just wanted to highlight your points, it's not necessary to numbering it. This will be the best way. Points, you can do everything you want. None, let's say no numbering with this style. That's it. Save from this bottom. Save from this bottom. Why? Because actually I opened a new file, a new word, and I named it with the second course, the second lecture of experimental computer course. By that, when I push this button, that means I saved it automatically at the same file with the same icon. Okay? But now let's learn another thing, how we can change the format, the design of this file from Word to PDF. You can send it to you to take it as a uniform to work and do what I did correctly to be like map to you. Let's do that from file, save as. If I push save, what that mean? That mean I saved the change on my Word file on the specific position where I opened my icon, where I opened my Word file with second course experimental, second course of computer to my dental student. Okay, that name I used. Now let's come back from file, save as, other formats, the electrical properties changing of depth perovskite oxide. Let me do some change here. No, just cut it. Try here to do some change to can recognize. Okay, the same. Okay, the same. Just here it's written in Arabic words. You can recognize that's your file. Okay, doesn't matter. Let me focus on the format. PDF should be PDF. Where's PDF? I think the last format. Where will be? Where will be? Will be at D at computer second class, the experimental. Here will be, yes, I think, yes, experimental side of computer course, second class. Here will be as a PDF format, what's named as the electrical properties changing of the doped perovskite oxide structure. Now, let me finish it, save. Let me open the file again to be sure. This file, this here, what I did from changed, from using some options, but here with another format, with PDF. What that's mean? That's mean I can't do any change on format like that. I can delete, I can't add, I can't do anything, okay? Because that our articles, our thesis, which published all of these with PDF format, is necessary information. You should know it before come to university. It's undergraduate information. Okay, now my lecture approximately is done. Thank you about your watching or listening. Have a good day and see you in next video. Let me close it from here at first. Stop recording.